Alright everyone. Again. It loads up. Okay everyone, hello and well, yeah, welcome back to Rocket League. So obviously, as you all know, as I've done a video on it, the Rocket Pass Season 1 is coming very soon, and I thought, seeing as the Rocket Pass is Rocket League related, it's the history of Rocket League, what would be a good way to celebrate the game? And that got me thinking, why not do like a massive, like Rocket League themed, Rocket Pass themed card creation style thing? Hear me out, I know it sounds weird, but so I'm just gonna get the design up and we'll see if this is gonna be good or not. To be honest, if you guys could tell me it's complete shit, you guys could go, no thank you, this is horrible. That's just the life of the way it is, I guess, the way it goes. So yeah. Hello. Okay everyone, hello and welcome back to Rocket League. Personally, I'm excited for the Rocket Pass to come, and with the announcement of the Rocket Pass and the overall feel of what's happening, I thought to myself, what would be a good way to celebrate the Rocket Pass, seeing as it is based off the history of Rocket League, the history of the games. I thought, okay, why don't we do our own history-related event? So, what I'm going to do is every day leading up to the Rocket Pass, I'm going to use and only use Rocket Pass related items. And today is Rocket Pass 1. So, without further ado, let's build the Rocket Pass 1 card. So we're going to go Rocket, like that. And another thing I thought I would do, while we actually do create the Rocket Pass, while we are doing it, I am going to tell my story and my experience of that related Rocket Pass, and basically tell the story of how I came to know Rocket League. So, what we have here is Rocket Pass 1. Personally, I liked it. Well, I'll get into more about that later, but it was, from what I saw and everything, it was an enjoyable Rocket Pass. The car looks really good. It's a very iconic car. So, why don't we get into it? Starting off with the Maverick. Now, the Maverick was the Rocket Pass 1's car. Like every Rocket Pass, you get the first version of the car at Tier 1 on the premium stage, and this was the car. The Maverick, just the Maverick. It had a nice body design. Personally, I liked it. And yeah, you got it at Tier 1 of the Rocket Pass, so that was kind of cool. This was the first Rocket Pass, so a lot have changed in the next coming ones, but yeah. At Tier 25, you would unlock the G1. Now, the G1 is the next version, and as you can see, there are differences. It gets like this carbon kind of texture around the side of it, which I did kind of like. I found that kind of cool. And then all the way at Tier 70, you would unlock the GXT. Really do like this one. It has a nice body. I like the lights on it, and yeah, so that's the one we're going to be going with. Now, another thing with the Rocket Pass is the car that you get in the Rocket Pass will always have iconic decals. This one got Jetstream. It looks really cool. There is another Jetstream in the game, but we'll get into that more later. Now, you got Jetstream at Tier 46, and it can be equipped to any Maverick, but I like the design of this one, personally, just because of its overall feel, and just the way it looks. It's clean, nice, and has a very nice glowing vibrant at the front. Color-wise, we'll leave that once we choose our wheels and our boost. So the wheels I'm going to be going with are very interesting ones. And they are the troublemakers. Now, the troublemakers was probably one of the first wheels to have multiple versions to it. Starting with Troublemaker 1, received at Tier 7. Then on to Troublemaker 2, which gets like a little more blue glow, which was received at Tier 22. On to Troublemaker 3, which is normally where it would end. It's done. Which you got at Tier 41. But no, there was a fourth wheel in the Troublemaker series, and I don't know, it may have been a fifth, but this fourth wheel got collected at Tier 58. And if we just zoom ahead, no, there is no other Troublemaker wheels. It's the fourth one, Troublemaker 4, Tier 58, and that's the one we're going to be going with. But for this design, we are going to be going with both the Troublemaker wheels, orange with the orange lines connected, just to give it like a cool, vibrant look and design. Boost wise, the signature boost for the Rocket Pass is Cloud Burst. Now, I managed to get an orange Cloud Burst, a black Cloud Burst, and the ordinary Cloud Burst. The one we're going to be using like that. Topper wise, the Rocket Pass did give away painted toppers. I think I might have two. of the given away toppers, or maybe only one. I do happen to have 2 of the wings that were given out. Alright, if you have a look, these ones here, they were given out during the Rocket Pass. So we're going to equip the yellow to the orange and the purple to the blue. Antenna wise, we do have Mega, where is it? Mega Glass. And I have Mega Glass 2 and Mega Glass 3. So we're going to equip that. And for Gold Explosion, I do happen to have one of the signature and well-liked Gold Explosions, Supernova 3, Burnt Sienna. Trail-wise, I managed to get my hands on a Laser Wave. Engine audio, we'll just go with the Maverick audio. Now on to the colors. Now, one of the interesting things with the Rocket Pass, so the Rocket Pass one was interesting because it was the first of the Rocket Passes. There'd never been a Rocket Pass before this. It was a new thing to the Rocket League world. Just to match it with the feel of the wheels. I think that car looks good. Okay, so we're gonna jump into just a casual 1v1. Or no, we'll jump into any random match and test out this cool car. So, obviously with this car, it was unique in its own way. It had its own design to it. It was all that. And obviously, like every car in game, it has its own story. My story, personally, with the Rocket Pass 1 is I never actually got to play it. I never got to play Rocket Pass 1 personally, as I never actually played Rocket League back then. With the release of Rocket Pass 1, I never played Rocket League. So the interesting way is how I got all these items is I actually traded for them. I had the Maverick and some items before I decided to do this event, but stuff like the boost, trail, and the goal explosion, I managed to get after, before I had this idea. And unfortunately, I never got to experience Rocket Pass 1. But I can still tell the story of how I came to know Rocket League, how I came to play Rocket League. It was actually a pretty interesting story. One day I was sitting in class and one of my friends got moved next to me, and I was sitting there thinking, okay, why would my friend be moved next to me? Anyway, it doesn't matter what I was thinking. I'm sitting there listening to just music. I'd finished my work, and I was just sitting there listening to music, and I happened to be listening to Infinite Power by the Fat Rat. And what was so interesting about this is I had no idea that this song was on Rocket League. I didn't even know what Rocket League was. And my friend pipes up and goes, that's the Rocket League song. And I was like, what? Because you know Rocket League? The game with the cars and stuff, with the rockets? And at this time I was thinking, oh okay, so it's like a racing game where you're in like rockets or something. So I just plainly was like, okay, cool. It went on for a bit and then just dropped it. Like, he showed me his stats. I didn't really know what I was looking at, and that was that. He just dropped it. Never spoke about it again. And then a while later came December, and I got a Switch. for Christmas. Now, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And I got Splatoon 2 with it. Now, one of the things I was looking forward to was the Splatoon 2 Frosty Fest. That they did around Christmas time. And I was like, oh my god, this is going to be so cool. And what I normally do with my in-game events is I normally look images of them up on stuff like YouTube or Google, and I normally set them as my wallpaper and stuff. So I just generally jumped on Google and typed up Frosty Fest. And one of the games that appeared was this like weird Frosty Fest logo kind of thing, and I was like, what's that? Why is this so special? And that's when I realized that's when this was my introduction to Rocket League. This is what showed me what Rocket League was and why it was so big. And that's how I came to know Rocket League. As a game. How I came to enjoy Rocket League as the game that it was. And just overall the game side of it. That's how I discovered Rocket League, through this Frosty Fest thing. And I was like, no idea what this is. So I just simply overlooked it, didn't read much into it. And then comes January 2019. There were some games on sale on the eShop on the Switch. I had like $10 and $2 in the gold coins. So I was looking through, and nothing really caught my eye. Nothing really spoke to me. So what I did was I was like, alright, all the past couple of months, this Rocket League game has been nothing but mentioned to me. So why don't I just look it up? So I jumped on the eShop, and looked up the game. And immediately what I'm greeted with is that same image that I saw on Google. The Frosty Fest logo, the same thing that caught my eye. All those whiles ago. And that was pretty much simply my introduction to the world of Rocket League. How I came to know the game. That's what I saw. I was like, alright, this game's been shoved in my face for the past couple of years. Why not just take a look at it? So I downloaded it, and immediately the next day, I play it. And immediately, I fell in love with the game. I adored it. I saw it as a cool game. And I was generally excited to play. And that's my story. That's how I came to get Rocket League. Minor influences and lucky names shared between two events is how I came to know Rocket League as a game you all know and love. And I think that in itself is a good enough story. But it's not over yet. Tomorrow we will continue this story with Rocket Pass 2. So I hope to see you all then. Until then, peace.